All right, we here. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. Y'all already know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot going on in battle rap. You know, we got a whole bunch of diss records and a whole bunch of other controversy flying back and forth. We got the whole producers. We got Browz them pulled up and shouted my guy out. So we gonna get down to it. We're gonna talk about everything that's going on. And I'm gonna bring my guy up, man. This is somebody in battle rap who I met, who I respect, who I got a lot of love for. You know, he done battled at the trap. He done came through the countless events. He done through his own events. He was a battler at one point. And you know, very well known within, you know, this underground New York circuit of battle rap. And I'm about to bring my guy up, man. Merrick, what up, man?
What's good, Brody? How you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm living, you know how I do, just sitting back, watching everything that's going on. And you know, before we get into the more recent stuff, you know, especially want to give people time to, you know, get in here and all that. I want to just get into your history, you know, just so people get an idea of, you know, where you from, how you know, came up within battle rap scene and stuff like that. So first of all, Merrick Cityy, where did the name come from?
Merrick Cityy came from my neighborhood. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. The block where I'm from is called Merrick Boulevard. So I've always, represent Merrick everywhere I went. So my neighborhood just started calling me City at first. And I just picked up the name Merrick Cityy as time went by. So
Got you. And you know, I'm originally from Harlem, but I wound up moving out to Queens a while back. And once I, you know, been around for a minute, got familiar, I'm like, oh, okay, this Merrick, you know, I'm familiar with, you know, Merrick, and now I kind of understand the name a little bit more. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I understand the Queens and, you know, everything that's going on with you got South Side, you got Flushing, and you got all these different neighborhoods. You got Ravenswood, and, you know, all
facts.
these different places. So I've been around a little bit. I'm familiar with a couple of things. Palmanock, you get what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
Palm Knock houses, yeah.
So I've been making my way around Queens a little bit. You feel me? But so how did you get into battle rapping? Because you were a battle rapper starting out.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always been battle rapping since I was like in high school. But back in the day, battle rapping was 10 times different than what it is now. You
Right.
actually had, writtens. We always spitting writtens in the cafeteria, the same writtens, shit like that. But as far as actually being a professional battle rapper, um, I started watching more battle rap as I got older, and a producer, not a producer, but a manager at the time that I was dealing with, he kept trying to get me to battle rap. He's like, "Yo, you got mad talent. Like you be spitting bars. You should really do this shit." And for years, I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't really want to do it." But then I heard about We Go Hard and a rapper named Piffy P and Kid Rock. Shout out to them. They the ones
Shout
who
out to them.
brought me to We Go Hard, introduced me to City, and that's when I started battle rapping on a professional level.
Okay. Okay. So throughout your battle career, name some of your more prominent battles that, you know, battles with people that people will probably be familiar with.
One of the most known ones is me versus Adi Boom. That was
Right. I
on
was there for that one.
yeah, that was on the first ever quiet run battle
Right.
that my brother Queens Flip had at the time. It was like 2013, I believe.
I remember
Yeah,
I was there. They had the house. They had the house with the backyard and everything like that. Matter of fact, me and my wife was there.
facts, facts. Yeah, I was facts.
Me and my wife was there because that was when me and her, you know, we had been a couple years in by that time, but she's from Queens.
Yeah,
So, you know, she was able to be like kind of like my quote unquote tour guide around that time and really, you know, be with me and make me, you know, feel comfortable around. And a couple people was there. I remember Show Off was there and Myers Lansky and, you know, all these other guys that we kind of came up with. So I definitely remember that. That was historic.
facts. That was a time to be alive too. That was like a special era of battle rap at that time.
Yeah. Quiet is kept. When you talk about the quiet room as a battle league, Don Q battled over there.
Yep. Shout out Don Q. Facts. He did.
You get what I'm saying? So you being the first one, everything that comes after is kind of on a little bit on the building that you put a couple of bricks in.
That's real. That's real. That's real, bro.
You get what I'm saying? Didn't y'all do like a quiet room King of the Dot battle or something to that effect?
Yes, we did. I went to Canada. I battled a rapper from out there named Be Realistic. It was Blackout 4. Shout out to Organic and them. They put together a quiet room KOTD venture. It was dope.
Was y'all the only battle on that card?
No, I believe Lotta Zay, forgot who he battled, but Lotta Zay battled somebody on that card too. It was me and Lotta Zay.
Got you. Going from a battle rapper to running your own league. Describe that situation.
Man, listen, man. It is now that I'm older, I see the mistakes that I made. So
right.
I could say it's a fun experience, especially being a rapper and then learning what goes on behind the scenes, learning how to run the event, being able to pay for the cameraman, pay for the editing, and do all that stuff that you're supposed to do as a league owner. So it's definitely an experience I'll never forget.
Right.
And at the time, it was fun. I had a great time doing that. But it's definitely a learning experience.
It's funny? I always enjoy when battlers become league owners because the complaints that I have about like the business side, people not showing up and y'all get to experience that.
Yep.
So y'all kind of get to understand why we be going on our rants and doing the stuff that we do. Like y'all kind of get a feel of that.
That's real. And now they see the headache that comes behind it. Because just as it's the good part of it, when you can make your money and you can pack out a show, now you see the bullshit that goes with it. You see the people that show up late. You see the people that don't want to rap first. They want to wait to the last moment to rap. Like it's so much things that come with that, but it's all part of the game. It's just how it goes.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. This is going to be a little controversial, but we're going to talk about this anyway. Because I got something I want to tell you in regards to the situation.
Okay.
What happened with you separating from Coliseum? Because that was the league you were running at the time, right?
Yeah. Yes. I definitely was a part of that history. I held the first 3 to 4 events with them. And honestly, we just went separate ways. It was just a lot of difficulties. Ideas wasn't really going the way it was supposed to go. And instead of us, beefing or taking it somewhere else, I'd rather just, let bygones be bygones. You do what you do, I do what I do, and I just move on, So that's what happened with that.
Where were you at now in terms of the other party that you was running the league with? Before I get into what I'm wanting to talk about.
Oh, you talking the owner over there?
Yeah.
I got no problem with him. That was like 11, 12 years ago, bro. I'm at a different stage of my life now where it happened and life just goes on. If I hold a grudge towards something that happened 11, 12 years ago, it's just going to hold me back from what I'm really trying to do, the goals and achievements that I'm really trying to get to, end of the day.
Right. Got you. So, at the time, right, I remember it was a little bit of a public fallout where certain things were being said. And he pulled up on me. Like, because I was we were been supposed to do like a blog or whatever, just kind of talking about his history.
Yeah.
So we were already in the in motion of setting that up, and then y'all situation happened.
Yeah.
So when he pulled up on me, we talked a little bit about where he was from and the stuff he was doing in battle rap, things of that nature. And then I brought up, so yo, I seen something on Facebook. Literally, it was that night after the public thing happened. And I'm like, yo, I seen something on Facebook, seemed like people was going separate ways, etc. And I ain't gonna hold you. The blog was crazy. He wasn't by himself. He was with Joker. Joker
Okay,
is
I
his
know
name?
Joker. Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
guy.
And the next day, because he probably was drunk, he asked me not to put the shit out. So I, honored that or whatever the case was. But ever since then, I knew that, like, I seen what I seen on Facebook, but then when we did the actual interview, he made it seem like it was a much, a much bigger issue around that. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just wondered where y'all was at.
Yeah, we in a better term. I actually saw him about a year ago on my old block, and we chopped it up. We spoke. Um and we just let it be. It was serious back then because I invested money into that league. I invested time in that league. But as of now, you know, I have no ill manners for that guy.
Got you. So in terms of because it seemed like recently they were trying to bring it back. Like I think they had an event either a month or two ago.
Okay.
And like what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like, trying to jump back, behind it, like in terms of like, investment or business side, or you just like wash your hands of the situation completely?
Nah, I wash my hands completely with that. I wash my hands completely. But I wish them nothing but, success. I wish them nothing but, prosperity, and for them to just keep going. But I feel like once I do business with a person and it goes left, I'm not gonna, what they say, like you try one time, then it's on me. But if it's on you. But if you do it again, then I'm the only one to blame. I'm not gonna try to
Right.
make the same mistake more than one time.
Got you. Okay. So after that, I know you still, had a couple of battles here and there. Um, I remember the Angry Fan, when you were up on Angry Fan, you were explaining the whole situation with your eye. How is that going for you now?
Way better. Um, I had to actually like change my diet. Um, I had to go to holistic doctors. There's a lot of things that I had to do myself because just like I said on Angry Fan, when I was going to the doctors, they weren't really telling me what was going on.
Right.
So then I had to do my own research. I had to, ask people, anybody, have you ever experienced this type of stuff? And there was a few people that was saying, yo, listen, try, herbal medicines, try black seed oil, try ashwagandha, try, these are things I still take to today. So this is how I
Right.
know the stuff that's in this stuff that I'm using, it works. And they just like, listen, just focus on getting your health, take care of your health, like getting right. And I've been way better than I was from last year. Last year, I was going through so much pain. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Did they specify the condition or whatever it was, or
Not really, because when I asked them what was this, they first said it could be what's that thing called? I forgot what it's called, but it's something that has to do with crust around your eye. But I'm telling them, no, it's not something that's around my eye. It's something that's going in my eye. This stuff
right?
hurts my eyes, so it can't be that. And they're like, well, just you know, they can't help me. They saying we don't know what it is. We can't give you a medicine or prescribe you with anything if we don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So then I just started getting blood tests done. I noticed that, I was pre-diabetic at the time,
Okay.
low on iron. It's just certain things that was also affecting me at that time too that I didn't speak about.
Right.
And once I started taking care of that, because now I'm not pre-diabetic no more, but once I started taking care of all that other stuff, I started
Right.
seeing that the pain in my eyes started being less and less and less and less.
Right.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
And respect to you getting your health in order, because as we get older, that's one of the things you start to realize. Like even me, I'm starting to get myself in the gym and starting to eat better and things of that nature. Because now that I got a kid, I'm trying to be around for another 80 years if possible.
Same
Feel
here,
me?
bro. I got a 15-year-old son, 15 going on 35, man. So yeah. So that just shows you when I was battle rapping, I was still taking care of my kid. I was running battle rap events. My son at that time was about like 6, 7 at that time.
Okay.
So yeah, so we like health is the most important thing. You got people getting heart attacks 40 years old, 45, and I'm 36.
I
So
didn't seen them younger with heart
yeah,
attacks. Like, so yeah. It
it's
definitely
no
happened.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you actually pick up producing?
Rest in peace to my boy Taim, who was
Rest in
the
peace, Diane.
co-owner. Yeah, the co-owner of Battle City. Because we had a fallout too at one point, but then we got back cool again before he passed. And he always told me, like, yo, man, you gotta like when I would chill with him, I would just listen to music, listen to certain beats. I'd be like, yo, this shit is fire, or this shit is trash. And he always say, just like in a funny way, like, yo, man, you should make beats then. Like, if you feel like this beat ain't fire, you need to make some beats. He's like, you got the ear for it. And it went from me making beats on my phone, like literally on my iPhone, to
Okay.
me then getting the computer and me finding out about Logic Pro X, Fruity Loop, MPCs, Ableton, just different softwares that you use to make beats. And ever since then, bro, I just been taking off since, bro. Like,
who was the first rapper to rap over one of your beats?
known rapper or just any rapper, period?
We could do both. We could do who was the very first one, and then we could do known rapper. Like very first artist, period.
A rapper name. Well, me, of course. I'm gonna say me first, but
All
other
right.
than
Well,
me,
aside from
me, there's a rapper named Croc Taylor. That's the first person that he's from my neighborhood too. He's from Queens.
okay.
He's the first person that rapped on one of my beats. He actually purchased um the first beat that I actually made. He purchased it too, and that's what kind of gave me the fuel to keep going. Once I seen that a person can give you $100, $200 just to make a beat for them,
Yeah.
like just for them to lease it. Oh man.
So tell me, how does the business of that work in terms of like the producer side? Because I've been an artist, like I've done my own music and stuff like that. But I've
Right.
always wondered, how does that work on the producer side? Like when y'all are leasing beats and selling beats for a certain amount, does it reflect the work that's put into the beat? Like if you leasing, I'm assuming if you leasing the beat for, let's say, like $100 or so, right?
Okay.
I'm assuming it didn't take you long to come up with the beat. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I process it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, not necessarily, because I mean, if you go on somebody's BeatStars page that does production, they'll have 100 beats on there that they have different prices for. The You have what's called a non-exclusive license. You have an exclusive license. So it mainly goes off of, if you want to buy the non-exclusive, that's just to see if the song's gonna take off. You may not have $500 or $1,000 to pay for an exclusive license at that moment. So all you can
Right.
afford is the $50 or $100. So you'll go with that option. But I like normally me myself, I would tell a person, listen, get the non-exclusive. But if you feel like this song is gonna go far, meaning you're gonna invest money in a video and really take off with it, then you should get the exclusive. So it all depends on what the artist wants, on how they see the song is gonna go.
Right. And I know that the exclusives obviously is more money, because once somebody buys the exclusive, you can't like give it away to nobody else, or you can't sell it to nobody else. It
Nope.
basically belongs to the artist at that point. But I know
Yes.
the non-exclusive, you could usually, dibble and dabble in. Like I've seen sometimes people have I've seen producers have like a stream limit on the song where it's like, oh, if the song gets like 5,000 streams, and then they'll structure it, based on that or whatever.
And you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna say this: most producers don't even pay attention to that, and that is in most of people's contracts, like people's agreements. It does say that, but a lot of producers don't even look at that part. There's also a limit of how many years you could lease the beat to if it's a non-exclusive, because some beats is from 5 to 10 years, and if you look inside the agreement, it normally says you have 10 years to use this beat until you have to release the beat again.
Mm.
So
So they have to keep on paying for it over and over if they want to keep it like permanently, basically, or they can just buy the exclusive.
Yep, but a lot of these producers, they're not doing that. They're just trying to get the quick $50-$100, and that's it.
Mm. Okay. And who was the first known rapper to rap over a Merrick Cityy beat?
The first known rapper that you may know of, Mickey Facts.
Okay, what song was this?
It's actually my song, called The Hustle. It's actually on all streaming platforms, and I featured Mickey Facts for the record.
Okay. And Mickey Facts is fire. I know he go crazy on the record, so yeah. At some point, I'm gonna definitely go.
He went stupid on the record.
Okay, so I got to go check that out then.
Yeah.
You not part of his Pendulum Inc., are you?
No.
Okay.
That shit is fire though, by the way. That's cool. That's fire.
Yeah, it is. And I know he's supposed to be teaching, I think at like NYU or something like that. So I know he got picked up for like a real hip hop teaching kind of situation. So salute to Mickey Facts.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So this Goodz situation, right? So as a recent, if y'all been under a rock, Jae Millz and Goodz been having a little back and forth with like the diss records and everything like that. When did you get the call from Goodz to come produce for him? Because you've been producing this. You didn't produce the first one, right? The Wolf to a Lion.
No, I didn't produce that.
So, but everything after that, you produced.
Yes.
All right. So, how did that call go? Like, how did you get hit up for this situation in particular?
Well, Goodz texted me and said, "Listen, it's war and it's on, and I need some beats, and we just been working on the beats together, and just creating magic. That's all that happened."
So you said he texted you. How did y'all rapport first? Even how was y'all able to even build a rapport? Like, how did y'all get to know each other?
That's a good question. Well, I've known Goodz since I've been battling in the choir room. When I battled Pep in the choir room, him and Charlie Clips was there. So he knew me.
I remember.
He knew me from all the way back then.
Right.
And as of recently, when he was doing the Slick Talk ciphers, I inboxed him because he said he needs some beats. So I hit him up and I said, "Yo, I'm a producer. I could send you some beats." And he was surprised. He was like, You don't battle rap no more? First thing he said. I was like, "Nah, I'm just a producer now. I just cook up." And he was like, "Yo, send me some joints. Let me see what you got." I sent him one of the joints for the Slick Talk cipher, and from there we just took off from there.
Okay, and when was this cipher? Because this is something else, people will be able to go back and listen to and check it out and everything.
Believe this was Slick Talk Cypher 4. This was last year, I believe December. That was the Slick Talk Cypher that had T-Top. T-Top was one of the headliners of that.
Okay. All right, yeah, that one I definitely remember.
Yeah.
I definitely remember. Okay, so you do that, and then basically it's just once this situation pop off, he like, yo, it's time to go to war, whatever the case was. All
That's
right,
it.
all right. So the first one, because we're gonna do these in order.
Okay.
Now, you can still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep.
Yo,
Hold on. You can still hear me?
I hear you.
Hold on. So why is my drink? Give me 1 second. I don't know why my speaker just bugged out real quick. We're gonna get to it. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Hold on. All right, there we go. Yep.
Yo.
You hear me? All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I can
hear
hear
you.
you. My bad.
All right.
All right, cool. Technical difficulties. We good. We back. All right. So he because I'm on his YouTube page right now, right? So we're gonna pull it up for the people to see as well, so that we could kind of guide them along with this. Share screen. Life is good. There we go. Okay. So the first one to drop is what's a wolf to a lion, right?
Okay.
Which he says wasn't a diss record, but if you listen to the bars, he's clearly going at Jae Millz because he's saying some of the stuff he's saying in some of the later records, about his chick taking care of him and why I'm people mad because you friends with their old boss. That first one is a diss record. Like we not gonna do that.
I don't think it was a diss record, though. I mean, I don't know about that one, bro. Like, I get he took shots, but you know, I don't know.
You,
I don't know if
you
I can.
don't think?
I don't know if I can call it this record.
And then he promoting the whole update your resume at the end. And mind you, this is coming right after Jae Millz, did what he did with DNA. So it's like, come on, it's clear as day.
Yeah.
But he's saying, that it wasn't, or just a light joint or whatever, right? So the first he drops the first one. No, Jae Millz dropped his after that.
Yeah.
He dropped his first Goodz response after that, right? Then Goodz drops Got Him. Now that was your first one. Now, how did you feel about the reception on that? Because that one, I was like,
Yeah, they killed me on that one. For using the I Shot You sample. They killed me on that. But I think Goodz was throwing jabs in that one. I think it was more like him just throwing the jabs on that one.
Got you. And let me ask you this: how do you feel about sampling in producing?
Sampling has always been around before we was born. It's been sampling forever, and not just hip hop music, but just in general, jazz, blues, R&B. It's a part of the culture. A lot of your favorite records have been sampled, especially in hip hop, from songs from the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. It's an art form. It's an art form, and for anyone that wants to question someone that samples, and you're not a producer, I challenge you to try to sample yourself and see if you could actually do it yourself, because that's not as easy as what you think it is.
Got you. But let me ask you this though: you don't think it takes away from, most of the legend, like when you look at the legendary producers, right? The
Okay.
Dr. Dre's, the Timberlands, the Pharrells, the Kanye West, and all of them have sampled before.
Yes,
But
I was
they
about to say
all,
that.
I do want to say, they also all have an original sound to where even if they sample, it still feels like it's theirs, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, agree.
And I do feel like with yours, like the I Shot You, I feel like, okay, you transform that, but then when we get to like the Stan one, that one don't feel like as much work put into as the other one. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So it sounds more like the original than it sounds like my own beat. Is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that? You feel that's accurate? You feel that's valid?
I do, and I'm gonna tell you why. When Goodz told me to do that beat in particular, he told me to make it just as this almost the same as the original. So all I did on that, I chopped up certain parts of that beat. I added my own drums. I turned the tempo up probably by like two or three, nothing crazy, and I added my own bass over the beat. And
Right.
I did a little transition on the sound. So that's all I did with the stand beat. It wasn't I didn't do anything super crazy with that beat.
Got you. All right. So then you do sit your whack ass down, which I felt like that one was better than the first one.
Okay.
And that sit your whack ass down, that was an original, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You didn't sample nothing for that.
No, that I use AI for that one.
Got you. All
Yeah,
right.
that was a yeah, that was AI.
And see, that was another criticism because
Yeah.
and we're gonna get to it in a second, the whole Ron Browz thing. But then Millz did what? Hold on, let me see. Because I'm trying to remember the order that all of these dropped because it was like playing hopscotch going back and forth between all these different joints. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Millz page. Okay, so he did. All right, yeah, it was never been outside. Then Goodz dropped his two. Then Millz did turn the lights off, which was fire. All the Millz, how you feel about Millz joints? Because I feel like all Millz joints been hitting.
He's good at what he does, you know? He's definitely good at what he does. I'll say that. You know? Yeah.
Okay, so he does the turn the lights off, and then if I'm not mistaken, so what was it? He dropped one and then Goodz did like three? Because turn the lights off was 7 days ago.
Um yeah, he did the one that I didn't do. Then he did the
Sit
I
your whack ass
Gotcha,
down.
Sit Your White Guys Down. Then he did the stand one.
All right, yeah. Then he did the stand one. Now, how did you feel about the stand? Because I thought the stand one was cool.
I fuck
Everybody, we talked about it on the show yesterday.
yeah.
Everybody kind of had mixed feelings about the whole stand sample, and but stand has been used before as a diss. Like Cameron, when he did stand spit, he used it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on that beat. Like and shit, I used it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real. That's not my best beat. That's it's not my best beat at all. But as far as the overall accomplishment of what we was trying to do with that record, that's what it was made for. It was made for him to talk the way he was talking on that record.
Right. And just going back to something you said a little earlier, because you was like Good said, to make the beat a certain way. That's also something I think needs to be made clear that you and Goodz are doing this together. You're not just sitting around by yourself, just digging in the crates, making these beats on your own. You got direction from the artist.
And absolutely, and to be honest, that's the best way to work with artists. The best way to work with artists is working together, knowing what that artist wants you to do, knowing what type of snare they want on the record, the 808s. It's more than just you just sitting here making beats and just sending it over. No, like I feel like the best moments with any artist you work with is when you work together as a
Right.
unit, because then the work gets done faster. You know what this person wants, and everybody's happy. End of the day, you're happy as the producer. That person's happy as the rapper. I'm here to do a job.
Right. And you see, even before that, I didn't know, so I wasn't sure if it was a situation where y'all was working on it together, if you was just throwing beats at him, and he's like, "All right, I like this one, let me." But to know that y'all was actually doing it together, that kind of brings a bit more context to it. You feel me?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Somebody said, ask him if he think Goodz is good at rapping on beats.
Yeah, I think he's good at rapping on beats. I like listen. I think Goodz is, for one. Look at all the freestyles he's done over the years.
I agree.
Like if he wasn't good on beats, he wouldn't have got so much praise for the freestyles he does in his cars, the ciphers he's been in over the years. Like, come on, we not doing that, bro. Like Goodz been nice before I was known. Goodz was rapping with Loaded Lux. He got videos rapping with Loaded Lux and Arsenal. They was doing freestyles. Nigga, Jae Millz and Goodz battled before back in the day, and it was on beat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. This the thing. I've always thought Goodz was good on beat, but I don't know what it is. If it's just this particular battle that's not bringing out the best in him. Like I don't know why.
Mm.
I don't know why. Like this is not like if I look at all of the stuff that I've heard Goodz on in the past, I wouldn't say that this is his best stuff.
Okay, I mean, I you know, I kind of feel, a little different on that, but I get why you're saying that. I get
Got you. And I know you team Goodz at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even going. I already know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So he drops the stand joint, right?
Yeah.
We doing the show yesterday. You had even jumped in the chat at one point. And we was talking about, all the records and stuff like that. And that's also what, gave me the idea to even, bring you up. Because I'm like, yo, Merrick rock with me. You feel what I'm saying? So I know I could, get him to come on and, be able to talk his shit about it. And so we on the show talking about the songs yesterday. In the midst of the show, Jae Millz drops his record, the Spin the Block Again joint.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. That was damn near the nail in the coffin for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because that one was, you gotta admit, that one was crazy.
It was a good record. It was a good record.
Like he started with the with the softer tone joint, and then he just goes into full on drill mode and goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you thinking when that record dropped?
Yeah, we gotta bomb. We gotta go. It ain't over. It ain't over, and we gotta really keep going with this. Like it ain't over.
Got you. So yesterday, not too long actually, after Millz dropped his, Goodz drops the Jae Millz joint. Now, Did y'all have this in the tuck already? Y'all must have had this in the tuck already.
It sounds like that. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask how long, because I know you don't want to give up too much, but how long did y'all have this in the tuck? Because this, to me, for me personally, I thought this was Goodz's best one.
Okay, that's dope. No, we didn't have it in the tuck for that long. Not for that long. It wasn't that long, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about that. My camera just went out, but I'm keep on rocking anyway. But all right. So I didn't have it in the tuck for that long. That one, I felt like everything hit. Like with the production, with Goodz is rapping, I thought, me personally, that was hands down his best one. I thought the video was dope. G-Lock definitely does amazing visuals. If I'm not mistaken, he filmed Summer Madness too.
That's a fact. Shout out to G-Lock.
See, I know my history. You feel what I'm saying? So salute to him. But with this record, people are saying like, all right, Goodz is still fighting. Right. Do y'all have plans on continuing? Do y'all have anything else in the tuck, or y'all waiting to see what plays out or how shit go, whatever the case is?
I mean, I'm just chilling at the moment, bro. I'm just chilling at the moment. But if he keeps going, trust and believe, we're gonna keep going. That is like, if we at war, we at war. You know, that's just how it is. I don't back down from nothing. So
Mm.
if a person want to go to war, we go to war. That's just how it is. There's no friends in war. So
Right. No, I agree with you on that. So y'all prepared to go for the marathon.
all day.
Okay. So after these records drop, don't worry, y'all. I'm about to get on the other I'm about to get on my phone so that way I could, be a little more professional than this. So after y'all get on the after Goodz drops his record, right? I see that 3 Letterman actually has an interview up with Ron Browz.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
and in the interview, Ron Browz start shooting a little smoke your way. So talk about that, and you know what? I'm gonna see if we can actually hold on. All right.
Yeah, I see him.
All right, yo, you get me?
You echoing a little bit.
Hold on. Jesus. All right.
Yo.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. My bad. All right. So yeah, 3 Letterman does the interview with Ron Browz, right? And Ron Browz start throwing a little smoke your way. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to hold on. Let me see if I can pull up this interview real quick. One second. Okay. Here this is happening. All right, here we go. Okay.
Yo, called you on Facebook? That's interesting. That's new. Yeah, man. One of my homies that called me on Facebook. So you have issues with the producer, basically. Yeah, like let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. We have a versus? We trying to have a versus? No, what I'm saying is let's get busy. Let's get busy. Don't duplicate what I'm doing. Let's get busy. Okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Like I told you before, I keep it a buck when DNA makes some joint that was hot, or if Goodz makes something that was fire, I'd be like, oh, I don't have a problem saying, yo, that's kind of fire. But when the producer is duplicating, I have an issue with that. Like, yo, come on.
All right. So speak on that when he's talking about duplicating, because I guess he's talking about the whole AI and going that route.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mercy, on that, right?
Yeah.
If you get into a fight, right?
Right.
With a person that you don't know, is there any rules on how you should fight that person?
Nah.
Nah, right? Like you don't know what that person gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Same strategy. So if you're using AI and you're creating what you created, you're not the first person that used AI before. You're not the first person that made a beat using AI. You're not the first person that made a sample using AI.
Right.
So you did it, and then I did it. That's all it was. That's all it was. And it's friendly competition. But listen, I'm not afraid of no smoke. No smoke at all. Respect to him. I know what he's done, but listen, I'm nice too. I'm
And
nice too.
when we talk AI, I guess we're talking about the samples when Like in one of the songs with Jay, where the chorus is saying, "Get him the fuck out of here," and you know that kind of stuff. So I guess you took it as, oh, they using that, then this what I'm gonna incorporate into mine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you look at, and so you, based on what you said, you don't look at it as biting?
Nah, I don't look at it as biting because one, my drum pattern that I did is not the same as yours. The bass that I use is not the same as yours. The tempo that I use is not the same as yours. So you're only comparing it to just you having someone speaking in the background in a gladiator chant, and I'm doing the same thing as you with a gladiator chant. That's like saying that if you go to a college game and you got one team, one band playing a certain record with drums, the other team can't play the band with the drums. No, that's not how it works. It is what it is.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, because when I'm listening to his explanation, I'm thinking like I get where he's coming from. Like I think he's coming just from a hip hop standpoint about, how a lot of the bigger producers, they have their own sound, they have their own brand when it comes to producing and everything like that. So I felt like that's what he was hitting at. But if it's just the AI thing with the gladiator chants and stuff like that, I feel like that's an even playing field, especially if you're not using the exact same beat. It's just something to incorporate into it. That's my
Exactly.
personal opinion.
Now, if I chopped up a beat he did and then recreated it, that's stealing. Like me taking a record he did
Right.
in the beef. Pause. But in us going to war, I'm taking his exact record of that and then trying to like recreate that exact joint. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little too much. And make a whole record out of it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I feel like if that was what you were doing, then yeah, we could say it's biting. But in terms of just taking one aspect and then, putting your own twist on it, I don't feel like that's really a big enough issue.
People do that all the time. Look at basketball. Tim Hardaway was the first person that came with the crossover. But then when Iverson came out, he made it more fancy. He was
Right.
more deadly with the crossover. Like it's a part of the game. It's a part of elevation.
Right.
Like that's all it is with me.
Nah, I agree with you 100%. He didn't really go too
Come on, man.
crazy
It's
Yeah.
so many
you.
things you could. It's so many things you could do musically to just to showcase what you do. Now, like if I'm a producer and I'm doing the same thing, I don't want that on my jacket. Yo, Ron just makes you drink exactly like. Now I don't want that on my jacket. I always want to be the dude that said like, oh, yo, Ron was doing that first. When I made Pop Champagne, it was mad Pop Champagne sound of beats after that. You get what I'm saying?
that pop champagne part he is kind of right about, but yeah, nah, I can't give him that. I can't give him that, saying that what you
That
did was like the
you know what that's like. You know what that's like saying that he was using auto tune, but there was T-Pain before him. There was Roger Troutman before him. So
yeah.
did you steal from them?
Mm, that's a valid point.
Because if we're gonna talk about biting, there was people that used that before you came out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And when you talk T Pain, T Pain was definitely before Ron Browz
Yeah,
when it comes to the auto
as
tune with it.
far as the auto tune shit,
Yeah.
for sure.
So him saying that you're biting, you would have to say he's biting off T Pain, and I don't think he was biting off T Pain. He
me,
just
me,
took
me either. Me
he just
either.
took one aspect and incorporated it into his music.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying with me. So you can't say I'm biting if I'm just incorporating this with my music when you're doing the exact same thing in a different format.
Yeah,
Because I don't think he was biting. I don't think he stole. He listened to T-Pain and said, "Yo, I want to do that just like T-Pain." No, I don't think he did that. He's from New York. T-Pain from Tallahassee. They two different styles.
Yeah,
two different
completely.
type of format. But they both use
But Pop Champagne don't sound like I got a home in Wisconsin. Like it's two different things.
Facts.
It's definitely two different things, man. You feel me? So, how do you feel about AI? You know, in terms of it being used in music and everything like that. Because now, as a producer, this is going to be something I feel like a lot of people are going to be using. Like, I'm looking at this Millz and Goodz thing, and I'm like, yo, what happens when people start using AI for that on their projects and on their albums and on their singles? Like, that's going to become a worldwide phenomenon that's going to change music overall.
It is. I feel like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I hated AI. When I first heard about AI, I was just like everybody else. Like, yo, this is not original. It doesn't sound authentic. It's not a real person behind it. But then when I started seeing the benefits of using AI, as far as the samples, as far as making like for songwriters, a songwriter will write a song, then they'll use AI to sing it, then they'll send it to like a real artist as a sample track for them to actually sing the actual, know how to sing the actual words on the record. Right. That's dope. If it's used for that, dope. But just overall, just using AI for everything, meaning creating the beat from AI, not actually using an NPC and actually, I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. Using it for samples, cool. Because sampling, there's no rules when it comes to sampling, bro. You can sample anything. I could make a noise right now on my computer, and that could be used on a record right now. Right. So there's no what you call it. There's no rules when it comes to sampling a record. But look, creativity, that's one thing that I will agree with him about. Creativity is key when it comes to creating music,
Somebody said use Pop Champagne on the next one. That would be crazy. Like that right there would be a direct challenge. Now that I would want to see. Thanks. Like take one of Ron Brow's popular records and basically use it against him. It's kind of like, taking a shot. I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be funny. But yeah, in terms of the whole AI thing, like I think it's definitely something dope. To incorporate it in certain aspects, but I don't think it should be like the whole thing, like the whole, AI artists. And no, I think that shit is so terrible.
That's terrible. And that just shows the lack of creativity. And that, like I said, that I agree with 1,000%. You should at least add some drums, add some bass, add your own feeling to it. Like make sure the beat comes alive. Like pause, but you know what I'm saying? Like don't
because
just
you gotta have some kind
AI for everything. No,
AI can't replicate soul. Like when I listened to that AI artist that Timbaland has, that was horrible. Like I mean, no feeling. Like you can tell it's not a real human being behind the music, and it was really bad to hit it. I'm like, nah, that completely turned me off from wanting to hear AI anything. I want to continue to hear the guy on the corner rapping his mixtape. Like keep me with that because this AI stuff is I'm good on it.
What you think about the AI? They got an AI artist on the charts right now. Yeah. An AI singer, a female AI singer is on the charts right now as we speak.
That's bad.
It's crazy, bro.
That's sad. And then it's not coming from anything authentic because I don't even think the people are jacking AI artists right now.
They not.
Like everybody's anti it. So to see it on the charts, it's not because people actually are embracing it. is because of probably who is it the one that Timberland is pushing?
No, I think it's somebody else. I don't think it's the one Timberland pushing. No.
Okay. All right. So I definitely got to look into that shit and see because that's insane. But nah, I'm good. AI artists on Billboard. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm super against that. You feel what I'm saying? So but shit. We covered this Ron Browz thing. We covered this Jae Millz and Goodz thing. Who you feel is winning right now?
I'm Team Goodz all day, man. I'm riding with Goodz, you know, and not just because I'm Team Goodz. I'm also breaking down the bars. I'm breaking down what I'm hearing as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just because I'm cool with him. It's also because I feel like I just like what he's saying more. Like nothing
Okay.
against Jae Millz or what he does. Jae Millz is dope, but I'm going with Goodz. I'm going with Goodz.
Got you, and then that's respectable because y'all got the team right now. You feel what I'm saying? So that's completely understandable. Um, damn, I want to see. I really want to see what else comes out of this. Like, I want to see if Mills really feel like Good's last joint is worth a response. And I want to see y'all, keep on building. Has this gotten you any? Like, what's been the like, has it gotten you any more clientele? Has it gotten people asking, like, yo, hitting you up trying to get beats and, that kind of shit?
Hell yeah. My phone hasn't been stopped ringing all day today, man. Just random calls from different people I know, family, friends, people that wasn't even buying beats from me before. Now they like, yo, listen, I need you to cook up for me. So I'm definitely taking full advantage of this opportunity, man. And yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Listen, I'm glad to be here. To have somebody like Ron Browz even mention me in the interview, that lets me know I'm doing my job.
Yeah, because it's not often that you see you don't really see producers going at it like that.
Yeah.
Like you have that every once in a while, but that's kind of rare. And then you don't see legendary producers and the newer producers kind of, going back and forth. So, I think for even Ron Browz to even, be able to, even speak on you is dope and putting you in a certain light. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
See, look, somebody asking how much he charged for a beat.
Hit me up, man. I got different prices, bro.
That's
I'll
good
work with
shit.
you.
That's what else have you produced that people can go check out? Like stuff that's like excluding all the sample stuff that really defines who Merrick Cityy is as a producer.
Look
What would
up
you say is like your best joints?
anything that I got. I'm working with an artist named Jaffe Top Tiger. I got a lot of records with him.
Oh, okay.
He's
From American Towers.
yeah. You know who he is, yeah. So
I know he was with Z Unit back in the day, and
yeah, that's my guy, man. I've known him all my life, so I've been really working with him, and I got some songs on it on YouTube with him, so definitely go check those out, man.
okay. And anything else you got in the works right now?
As of now, nah, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just cooking up for different artists. I like working with all artists, independent artists, unknown artists, industry artists. I'm no stranger to doing business with fire artists, man. That's all I'm trying to look for is fire artists. Let's work. Let's make magic. Let's make it happen. Let's do business.
Let me tell you, one of the blessings that you're gonna be able to get, like if you keep on going at this shit, is when you start getting them placement credits. Because you don't have any of those yet, do you?
Not yet. Not yet.
You get on a TV show or a movie or
Not yet. Not yet. But trust me, it's in the works, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's in the works, and when you see it, definitely come back to this interview and be like, yo, you said it, bro, for sure.
Got you. Say no more. So, before we get up out of here, man, let people know where they can reach you. Let people know where they can hit you up at.
Hit me up on IG, Merrick Cityy on IG, M3RRICKCITY, or you can hit me on Facebook at Ty Crocker, TYCROCKER.
Okay. Okay. So, shit, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Slick talk, man, all day. You know.
You got you a pair of slick walks yet?
Nah, but I'm going to. Every time I try to get the ones that I want, they be sold out.
Oh.
So I gotta wait till they get back in stock. It's a certain pair that I want. It's the one that changed colors. Them shits
Okay.
fire.
I've seen those.
Fire, bro.
Yeah, those are tough.
Them shits sell out. Every time I try to get them, they sell out, or they're not my size. So I wear a size 11 and a half, 12.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so listen, y'all. That was Merrick Cityy. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all was able to hear it here first, his response to Ron Browz, how he feeling about all the rap, back and forth and everything. So, make sure y'all tap in. If you're an artist, get a beat from him and everything. And yeah, we'll see y'all soon, man. Hopefully, I definitely want to see Merrick continue to keep working. Let's see what him and Goodz, continue to come up with. Because I like when I'm seeing this. Like when I see an artist consistently work with one producer and they keep on, because it's only going to get better as time goes on.
absolutely.
Y'all gonna make those adjustments. Y'all gonna get the feedback, whether it's good or bad, and then y'all know how to fine tune everything from there. And then y'all just keep working until y'all finally perfect everything y'all got going on.
Hell yeah. And
You
it's
feel
a
me?
pleasure being on your platform. I was like, listen, once you hit me up, I was like, oh yeah, it's a go, man. You know
Nah,
what I mean? We go
that.
back, bro. So
Nah, that's love, and I appreciate you definitely coming on the platform, and giving your take. And shit, we're gonna see what happens in the future. We'll definitely have you back on, as time goes on. You feel what I'm saying? And I appreciate you popping out, man.
always, Brody.
You already know. So we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate everybody that popped up and showed love. You already know. No Mercy TV, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. And I'll holler at y'all soon, man. We out of here.
Yes, sir.